What is going on, guys, and welcome to our Diablo Immortal No BS review. And this is by far one of the hardest reviews I had to make, and I even wanted to slow down and wait for me to play the game, understand how the game worked, even though I played the alpha, even though I played the beta, how the microtransactions worked in this game, to give you guys a really honest and no BS review. I now finally have my score, guys. It is a whopping 1 out of 10. And you're probably wondering, Laser, how did you get to 1 out of 10? You should get this game a 0. Some of you are probably saying, Laser, you should give this game an 8 or a 7. I've seen other places that give it that score. I'm going to tell you why this game deserves a 1, and why, even if you might be on the fence, like you, Johnny, like you, Jimmy, who are typing right now, Laser, this is a mobile game, and you got to understand that this is a mobile game, and this being a mobile game, it means it's going to have microtransactions. I see you guys. And Tom and Frank, I see you typing there, putting in the comments right now, Laser, this game is free. You don't have to spend money in order to be able to level up in this game. It's free, and you're not being forced to spend money. I get that, fellas, and I understand that. And I'm telling you guys, after you watch this particular video, you are going to be so on my side that you are not going to be able to defend this game anymore. And let's go ahead and tell you guys exactly. There is one item in this game, just one particular item that you need to not only become a badass, but to become the best player in this game. And that is this right here. Yes, guys, an attachment for your phone that has a card swiper. That is all you need. Now, these games, guys, these are RPG games. This is an ARPG game. One of the main points of this game, and one of the things that everybody tries to do, is become a badass. And the only way you become a badass in this game is by leveling up. And after you're leveling up, getting the right gear to make the most badass build to be able to show off to your friends and say, look how much damage I'm doing, right? You want to flex. Now, the only problem is that regardless of what you do in this game, you will never be able to flex. You will never be able to become a badass unless you have that item that I just showed you right there. Yes, money. And the problem with the game is not so much the fact that there's microtransactions. The problem with the game is that even though there are microtransactions, you need to spend upwards of $80,000 to be able to become a badass. That is where we have a problem. And that is where we need to draw the line. Let me tell you guys 3 things that make this game completely unplayable for anybody unless you have $80,000 sitting on the floor and just accumulating dust and not doing absolutely nothing. Then this is where it's going to become a problem. So look, there are these things called rifts. Now, these particular rifts, guys, are going to give you the stuff you need to become a badass. Now, in order you to become a badass, you need to apply these little crests to this particular wheel, so they can give you more rewards. Now, these rare crests if you apply 3 of these, they only give you XP. They give you this nice little reward that helps you buy currency. This other one that helps you buy more stuff, and of course, maybe a legendary. Now, these particular items are crap because what you really want are gems. So this way, these guys right here, this rare crest should be called rare crappy crest, because that's what they should be called, rare crappy crest, because they don't give you nothing good but crap. So the ones that really are important are these legendary crests, because these legendary crests, let me show you guys here on my history, actually give you what you need. And that, of course, my friends, is this, gems. Now, these gems is what you really want to get, because these gems can convert any crappy armor into the most amazing armor you could possibly get. But there is a problem with these gems, because these gems fall under 3 different categories, and these categories have subcategories, and that is where things become a big time problem. Because when you have all this kind of layers of walls of not being able to level up unless you have money, that is when it becomes a problem. So this is layer 1. Layer 1 means you would have to get these gems in order to become a badass. Now, of course, you're going to be looking for particular gems for each individual character, but these gems have 3 categories and subcategories. Number 1 is their legendary gems, or these gems that have a 1-star, so 1-star gems, right? So those are the most common ones, and those are the ones the peasants are going to be having. Then you have your level 2 gems. Now, these particular gems are other really good gems that you're only able to get if you spent money, or you're able to get if you have legendary quests, and the legendary quests for the average folk are capped every month. You can only get a certain amount. Now, these ones are really good because what they do, if you notice right here, if you have a level 1, it gives me 15 resonance. That is the second layer, because if you don't have high resonance in the end game, you are going to get completely destroyed and mopped on. Now, the only way you're able to increase this resonance is if you have more gems with more stars. Okay, the more stars, the more resonance. Now there are level 1 star, level 2 star, and then there is the level 5 star, which is the god tier one, right? The one everybody wants to get. Now, unfortunately, if that was the end game, I would be like, well, you gotta spend like maybe, $500, $600 to get those. Okay, well, some of you might spend it, some of you guys, but I mean, there is a problem, but not a massive amount of problem. This is where things come extremely out of place, because on top of the level 5 ones, those have subcategories, because you can get a level 5 star one that only has 1 star filled in. So it'd be like a 1 out of 5. Or you'll get one that's 4 out of 5. Now, in order for you guys to take that particular gem and make it a complete 5 filled stars, you have to find a duplicate of that gem. Now, these are not guaranteed to drop. So you basically, anytime you want to go ahead and get any gem all the way to level 5, you either have to get lucky to get one to drop completely filled up at level 5. You have to get lucky that it drops the one you want. And if it drops the one you want and it doesn't have all the 5 stars filled in, you have to get another duplicate in order to be able to level it up. So that is crazy, crazy, guys. And in addition to that, you have to make sure your resonance is going up at the same time. Now, if that wasn't enough, guys, anybody who is playing this game and is not able to spend upwards to $1,000, $2,000, $40,000 will never get all of their gems filled up with high resonance and will never be able to get level 5 gems out of anything. So you got to spend 40,000 upwards. Now, if that wasn't enough, when you go to PvP, there is one particular thing that matters and one thing only. That is this right here, guys. That is your combat rating. Now, your combat rating goes up, of course, as you level up your character, as you level up your items. And in the beginning of the game, you're like, well, okay, I'm doing pretty good amount of damage. This is actually pretty good. But there comes a point when you get to the Paragon system and when you get into those battlegrounds where your combat system is actually going to matter. And if someone went ahead and purchased these gems and got these gems, their combat rating is going to be up to the roofs. I've seen people in combat rating 40,000 and above. Yes, guys, 40,000 and above. I'm 191 combat rating. Now imagine me going up against anybody that's 40k combat rating. They're just going to slap me silly and I'm going to be completely dead, unable to do anything in the game because I can't raise my combat rating. And the only way I'm able to raise my combat rating is by spending $80,000. And that is a lot of money that a lot of people don't have. And that is where we kind of have to draw the line with the game. Is not so much the fact that there's microtransactions, is the fact that there is absolutely no way for you to be either competitive or have any enjoyment in the end game of this game unless you spend $40,000 or $80,000. Now, we don't draw the line with this particular game. Then every single other game that comes out, it's going to have the same casino trap where you're going to be gambling your money in order to make your character a badass and be able to do what you were already able to do when you purchase a $60 game, when you purchase a $80 game. Then that is when it becomes a problem. Now, I'm pretty sure now that you heard all that, guys, you guys are no longer defense. There is absolutely no way you could pretty much defend this game unless you have $80,000 laying in the bank. If you have $80,000, then yo, go ahead and do it. Now, me personally, guys, I am enjoying the game. I'm even creating content in my channel for the game. And all the content I'm creating is for free-to-play players because the game is actually pretty fun. The game is actually pretty good. And I think the game is actually a very enjoyable game. And it's free. Now, did I spend money? Yeah, I spent a little bit of money. I spent $40 and that's it. I'm not going to spend any more. But I'm still getting enjoyment out of the game. I would probably spend that on another game. If this game was worth $80, I still would pay $80 if everything was free and I was able to level up, get different characters. Because I think it's worth. I would even pay $200 for the game just the way it is to make everything absolutely free. I want to know from you guys, what number value or what dollar value would you put in the game to make it completely free and have everything of this, all the microtransactions disappear, but just allow you to grind the game out and be able to achieve any end game with the game without spending money? Let me know in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoyed our content. If you agree, let me know in the comment section down below. If you disagree, also let me know in the comment section down below. I do hope you guys are enjoying our content here on the channel. You are doing the heats for you guys. Drop a comment, drop a like. But most importantly, subscribe, turn on all those notifications so you guys won't miss when our videos go live. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next video.